Hey y'all, I'm JamesWright and welcome back to Wizards News. I did a video recently talking about where to find Formidable Pixies, FPs. They are very difficult to find and some people have been doing runes chamber after chamber after chamber and still not finding them all. We have some new information about this and I want to dive into that today. Formidable Pixies, FPs, why do you need them? Number one, there is an assignment in the SOS Task Force where you need to find 10 of them in a challenge, a fortress challenge. And that is a very, very difficult thing. Now, I did a video a little while ago actually going into it and looking at where I could find them, and I tried a bunch of different runestone mixes and different chambers. But one thing I didn't test was what profession I should be. Now, I am a professor, and that is what I'm focusing on. And I know some people out there who are kind of switching back and forth, but I'm focusing on being the professor. And a lot of people out there were saying, well, it's much easier for professors. And so I thought I would actually do a poll on this, and so it wasn't a very scientific poll, and there's still needing to be a lot more information gleaned on this. So as of right now, after talking to about 50 or so people, particularly if you're an Auror, finding Formidable Pixies is very, very difficult. And so the easiest thing to do is switch to Professor. Now the problem with switching to Professor is suddenly you go back to all of the bottom rank. You haven't built up the Professor yet, and so it becomes much harder to do runes level 4 chambers to get those Pixies. So that is the first thing I'm going to say. Do runes chamber level 4 with runestone number 1, and as a professor I found about 1 in 5, 1 in 4, somewhere in that range you end up getting a Formidable Pixie. But there is another thing you can do to try and make it even easier. I heard several people saying that if you go in as a group, then you can pick and choose who gets the Formidable Pixie, because there are a lot more foes to choose from when you're in a large group. And so I wanted to test this tonight because I heard a lot of hearsay about it and I wasn't quite sure how exactly it would work. So I went out with a group, and we're actually going to be doing a video here soon about how to do fortresses in a group. And there's a lot of group dynamics and things that go into that. They're just absolutely really cool because there's a lot of planning and organization, but that'll be in a whole nother video. So we just want to see, can you get a bunch more Formidable Pixies as a group? And the answer is yes. So what you need to do is go and find a couple of the professors that you can go and do fortress challenges together. The more professors you can get into the group, the higher the chance that you're going to have a Formidable Pixie. If you have 2 professors in the group, there's probably about a 50-50 chance you're going to come across one if you're doing about a runes level 4 challenge. And the more people you can get into it, the better the chance that one of the foes will be that. So when you get into the chamber, you'll see all the foes that are available, and you will have people who know, hey, that Formidable Pixie is mine, leave it alone, I'm going to take it. And if you take it and you complete it, then you get the credit for that one, and that's 1 more towards your total of 10. Now the next question that comes is, where do I find people to play with? If I'm traveling, the first place that I'm going to go to and see if there's any local players, and on there they actually have a map where you can go and find local Discord groups that you can fit together on there. On top of that, there is another app called Wizards Unite Go. It is a companion app that kind of goes along with the game and provides a lot of information, but you can have it on your phone. There's a list of local groups on there, Facebook groups, and as well as the Discord groups, and you can find a lot of sources on there. Then the third place I would go to is the WooTuber Discord page, and I'll leave a link to all these down below, but the WooTuber Discord page has a ton of other resources and other information, as well as a whole listing of communities on there as well. So between those 3 places, you're probably going to find other people around you. So that's about the best advice I can get to you, is change your profession to professor if you can, at least for this challenge, and you'll come across more Formidable Pixies. It may take you a little bit longer because you have to kind of build the professor up a bit, but if that's what you need, that's what you need. And otherwise, if you do have other people around you you can play with, it is a lot of fun to play with other people and get to know other people and find other local people that you can regularly play with, and that is a great source. Usually in about an hour's worth of play with 3 or 4 other people, you'll probably come across enough that at least one of you will be able to complete the task. So this is probably one of the most difficult tasks in the entire series, and you really want to get through this as soon as possible, because then there's another string of 3, and then after that there's one where you need werewolves, and if you don't have that one done by the end of this coming moon, which is in 3 days, you may be stuck on that one for a whole nother month waiting for the moon to come back around to a full moon so you can get werewolves again. I hope this helps you out. If it did, please let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you have any other tips or tricks or ideas or ways to help other people get FPs, let me know down below. I'd love to compile those, and who knows, we might actually end up making another video with some other tips and tricks to that. So if you do have any other thoughts, ideas, concerns, let me know down there. And I do read as many comments as I possibly can. Also, if you'd like more up-to-date information, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links to that down below. And I think that's about it for now. Until next time, have a magical day. Chocolate frog time. Okay, let's see. Someone special, please, 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 please. And we got Salazar Slytherin. He's not, well, he is kind of bad, even though he's not bad, but I'll take it.